Hi Chris, this is a little guide on how to use the animation instance. Before you do what I'm about to show you, try the guide first. I posted the guide on Discord. Read that first. Maybe you'll go in that direction rather than this direction. Okay, so first of all, you want to create an animation instance. So right click, new C++ class, show all classes, then you search for an instance, and which is the first one, right? I'm not sure. So the car animation is what I created. I'm not sure what the vehicle animation is. I don't know. I searched it, but I didn't find anything in regards to this. So I don't know what it is. But yeah, normally you would go with any instance, but normally you'd have humanoid skeletons, not car skeletons. Okay. Anyway, you choose it, right? Then next, and then you choose where to save it. I already created one just to save compiling time. Sorry, it's in animations, which is not opening. That's fine. Okay, here's the animation instance. I'm not gonna do anything here, but um, what we can do now is let's go to the player car, for example, and let's just include car instance knowledge. Okay, and let's create an anim instance pointer. So let's take that animator. Okay, so this is the first thing. This is good. Okay, so now you go to Unreal. Okay, go to Blueprints. Let's create a folder and call it Animations. Okay, so right click, Blueprint class. Now choose all classes. Look for your N. Oh wait, it's not a blueprint. Oh, sorry. It's an animation blueprint. Yeah, animation blueprint. And yeah, you choose the skeleton that you want to work with, and you choose your animation instance that you just created, right? Skeleton animation instance, and then you press OK, and you call it anim car anim BP. Okay. So now this is inherited from the class. Okay, cool. Go to custom content, go to blueprints, go to the car blueprint. Okay. So open this. You go to your mesh. Oh yeah, okay. You can't find it here because I'm using a possible mesh. I was trying things. I didn't pull. So anyway, you would find it here. You'd have your skeletal mesh here, right? So yeah, I don't even have a mesh because it's possible. But anyway, you would find your skeletal mesh here, not your possible mesh, right? Possible mesh is something I'm testing. So you would find your skeletal mesh here, and on this side, you would find animation class, and then you would choose use blueprint, and then you would assign your animation blueprint that you just created out of your animation instance to this class. Okay, cool. Okay, so we go back to the this did not include correctly. Car. Come on. Oh yeah, animations. Car animations. Okay. So now we have it, right? We go animator. Sorry, where is the constructor? Here's the constructor. So let's go car animator or animator, and let's just make it a long pointer. So I'm just gonna, just for the sake of just showing you what we're doing, let's go void begin play override. So we're overriding the gameplay. It's void a player car begin play super begin play. So here's the thing, right? We talked about it yesterday. I'm just doing it for the player car right now just to show you how to use it. But since the movement is happening in the car movement component, you can create a pointer here and populate it from here. Anyway, I'll do that right now actually. Okay. So apply your color, begin play, so begin play, and now animator equals cast ucar AnimInstance. Okay, and then get mesh new get on. No, there's gotta be get mesh, right? Okay. Oh, okay. You wouldn't find it here. Well, this is a great tutorial, I'm telling you. This is what happens when you don't test stuff. But yeah. So what you would do here is mesh whatever your mesh is, right? And then go get anim class, if I remember correctly. And then you would have this would work, and you would have your animator. And then what you want to do next is you go to your car component. This is what I was telling you about this will kill scalability, but we don't give a fuck because we want it to work. Animations, car AnimInstance, right? And let's make it a public variable. And just for the sake of nothing, we just make it edit anymore. It doesn't matter really if it's public. Okay, and what we're gonna do is ucar AnimInstance move AnimInstance, right? Move animator. Just keep it consistent. Okay. Sorry. So you have the move animator, right? What you can do is on the gameplay, you just go to. Okay, this is not tested, but I think this will work. You go to your movement component. What's it called? What's it called? Car move component, right? And you would go move animator, and you would equal animator. Now you have a pointer inside your car movement animator, right? That points to this. Now you can access. Okay, so that's cool. Now we have access to the animation instance. Now, how are we gonna connect the animation instance with our blueprint? Let's create a a protected float, right? So we want to be able to edit it anywhere. So view property, edit anywhere, okay, and make it blueprint read only. Okay, so this way you can get it, but you can't set it. But this is just just an example. So let's just go float speed, whatever, right? Okay, so this is cool now. What's up with float speed? Execution is not search class type specifier. What? Okay, yeah, that's just stupid. Okay, so float speed. Okay, go to car AnimInstance. Now this is the more important function, which I don't really remember, but we need this function. Wait, what was it called? Let me just get this function really quickly. See, I should not become a tutorial maker. I suck at this, but this is what you got. You gotta live with it. Okay, where is our animation instance? Here's our animation instance in this class, right? You just take this function and you go here. Wait, is it a blueprint callable? Yes. Okay, let's actually copy all of this. Okay, so let me grab it here, right? So this is a function. This is basically your update loop, right? So this is telling you the blueprint that, hey, a blueprint I need you to run. That's all it is, right? And you make it blueprint callable so you can call it, which we'll see in a second. So update animation properties. Update animation properties. Okay, so let's take that. Void ucar AnimInstance. Okay, and you don't need to do anything with it. Just if you want to keep it empty, that's fine. But what I would normally do is I would get an access to the pawn, so you can do this. Okay, I think it's try get pawn. I'm just gonna get the exactly. So I have you do not want to do that. Okay. Wait, how did I do it here? Player. Oh, it's a pawn. Okay, interesting. Hey, that's pretty cool. Then, oh, okay, yeah, that's cool. Okay, yeah. Okay. I'm gonna explain what I just did in a second. So let's take a pawn, right? A pawn is called player, right? Just gonna do the same thing that I just show you there. And if not player, right? If you don't have the player, player equals try get pawn owner, and else. So now you have the player. Now here's the thing: in your car movement component, if Dom is setting it up correctly, and I think he's updating the velocity. I think he should be. Yeah, here it is exactly. That's the thing. Move plate component velocity. So he's updating the velocity. Velocity is a built-in function that is part of pawn. So what you want to do here is you want to take your speed and it equals player get velocity kid forward vector. What did I do here? Oh, size. Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah. Sorry, sometimes I don't think. I just copy and paste, and it's hard to actually talk and code at the same time. But yeah, speed player get velocity size. Size returns the magnitude. So this is what you can do, right? Speed equals player get velocity size. Now speed, we've exposed it right to the blueprint. Okay, so I'm gonna remove one thing here because I want to compile and show you the blueprint. But we're gonna delete both of these because we're not gonna use them. Okay, but you get my point, right? You create pointers and you access the animation instance from here, from these pointers. Okay, so that's cool. Let's compile. Please work. Please work. Okay. 10,000 years later. We're gonna need to upload this to YouTube. It's too big to resend on Discord, but you know. You know what I hate about medication? Dizziness. Dizziness sucks. I'm gonna cut this from the video, so don't worry. So if I'm gonna cut this, why am I talking? Jeez. Weird. Yay, compile complete. Okay, blueprints animation. Let's go to the animation blueprint that we've created, right? So first of all, you don't have a pose, so you need a pose. Just look for state and new state machine. Okay. Now you have it. State machine. Let's call it car state machine, whatever. Okay. And this is where you do the thing with the thing. So say you wanna do a state, right? An idle state, whatever it is, right? All right. So do we actually have any animations? No, we don't. So you need to create animations, but if you have an animation, you just plug it here. But we don't. But this is not what I want to show you. What I want to show you is, so say now you want to move the wheels, right? So let's create a new state. Let's call it wheel, like forward wheel move, forward wheel move, right? Something like that. Doesn't matter. So again, you go here and you put in the animation, right? But now this is the tricky part. Now, how would you go from idle to, well, that's the tricky part. But how would you go from idle to FW wheel move? You need a condition. So press twice on this, right? And now you need to get the enter transition. So now you can do get speed, right? And this is the variable that you created in the code, right? So you can change it whenever you want. And in the code, we change it based on the velocity of the pawn order. So it's always changing as you move. Now this needs testing, but I think it works. Okay. So let's do it's bigger than let's go bigger than 0, right? And then you can compile it. Right, it works perfect. Now there's one more thing. So this is what I was saying about you can expose the variables to your animation blueprint. Now there's one more thing that you need to do. Get your event graph, right? And event blueprint update animation. Go with your update animation properties. This is also the function that you created. Compile, save, and you can see that it's running because this because of this red line. So this is basically your update loop again. So this makes sure that the animation is always running. And no, I think you need to do this. I'm not actually 100% sure because one time it worked without me using this, but maybe I missed something back then. In any case, you kind of need this, but you can try without it and see what happens. Other than that. That's pretty much it. Yeah, now you have the C machine. Now you have your variables exposed. You have this function that you can change in code, right? This is your update loop again. So again, let's just go through the steps really quickly. You go to your C++ classes, special environment, new class, show all classes, AnimInstance. You create the parent to be the child to be the new class to be a child of this parent, right? AnimInstance. You give it a name, you give it a place to save it. Cool. Okay, go to your blueprints, animation, create a new animation blueprint. Give it a skeleton and choose the parent instance that you just created, and then press OK. Now you have the blueprint. Okay, now you go to your car, right? And you get your mesh again. This is just because I was missing one. But you would have your skeletal mesh here, and you would have an animation class or anim class, and you would choose through blueprint, and then you would link your the blueprint you've created, and you go to the code, and then you expose the variables that you need. And you're gonna have pointers to it in other places, and you can modify it. And this is your update loop again, the update animation properties, and you should be good. Now, here's the thing. It never, ever works for me from the first time. There's always something I miss. So it's not like I miss one of the steps. It's like there's something wrong with one of the steps. Okay, and I keep trying and then I fix it, but I don't know the fix. So more likely than not, it's not gonna work from the first time. So you gotta like change a few things. Usually it works when I change the enemy class here, change multiple times, and then sometimes I do a complete recompilation of the code. One time I had to even rebuild the solution for it to actually work. So it's a it doesn't always work. It's not that reliable, but when it works, it's really powerful when it works. Other than that, yeah, one more thing. Since this is a car, right, and we're creating a car anim instance, right? Again, just so I can show you. Right, we're creating an anim instance. The anim instance is, as I said, usually used for humanoid skeletons. I've never used vehicle anim instance, and I'm not sure what this is. So maybe you want to test this out and try it with a vehicle anim instance and see what happens, because it could be that the anim instance is expecting a humanoid skeleton while the vehicle anim is expecting a vehicle skeleton. I don't know, but you can test it out. Other than that, class is dismissed. Have fun and rotate those wheels. Yeah. Bye bye.